It's going to be my kind of introduction video to this channel. So you guys might have found your way onto this channel maybe by a video getting suggested to you, or maybe you're a follower for my other channel that made your way over here too. So if you're not familiar what Streetbeefs Scrapyard is, what Streetbeefs is, or what Scrapyard GoPro is, I'm going to explain that right now. So my main channel is Streetbeefs Scrapyard. They've been around. We've been around for about a year now. We've got, I want to say, over 400 videos on YouTube. We hold fights every single month, and some of our videos, they're kicking up 1.5 million views. So we're a successful YouTube channel. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to start a second YouTube channel, and that's what this is. So this is the GoPro channel, and what that is, what this channel is all about, is raw, uncut footage from an alternate angle. Okay, people, so I just had a complaint come on here. It's actually what sparked me to decide to make this video. I realized I haven't talked to the audience yet, introduced myself or any of that, but they basically complained that there was a bunch of stuff in the video that didn't have anything to do with fights. Yes, and that's because it is, like it says in the description of the channel, it's uncut, raw, all that stuff. You get to see the bloopers, everything. Now, I always leave the link to the original fight in the description of each video. So if you want the edited, high production looking fight, then by all means, maybe watch the one that you're on, and then go over to the other one and watch it from the main angle. So anyway, this guy's like, he complains. He says, well, I don't want to watch all that garbage. And I explained to him, I said, hey, you know what? The description explains what this channel is all about. And he didn't like my response. Said I expected from a low budget channel, probably because I've only got like 3,800 subscribers on here. But this channel had like 300 subscribers 6 weeks ago. So take it for what it is. You go from 300 and something to almost 4,000 subscribers. That's a pretty good rate increase. I mean, it's better than my main channel did. So I also went on that guy's channel and looked. He's got a bunch of videos of him playing slot machines or something. So I don't know what he's talking about. But anyway, I'm really happy that I'm forming an audience in this channel, and that you guys are enjoying the content that I'm putting out. I'm never going to run out of content on this channel, because like I said, I throw fights every month, and what this footage is it's the alternate angle that I use in case I lose any of the main footage. I have backup footage, so I'll always be able to upload this footage at whatever time onto the channel. I would like to answer you guys' messages down below, but I'm driving right now. Trying to just kill two birds with one stone and drive home and address my audience. So I would encourage you to go to Streetbeefs Scrapyard, which, if you're not subscribed to that channel, that's where the higher production, more polished videos are of the fights that you're seeing right now. All the fights that you see on this channel are on Streetbeefs Scrapyard, but you're going to see them from a better angle, with text and stuff included into the videos, and it's just going to be a more finished product. This channel's for extra content. This is for content like, if you like watching the stuff on Streetbeefs Scrapyard enough, you'll also come here and watch the alternate angles. So hey, from Brazil, I remember talking to you. I know we kind of got into a little back and forth, but just know that I do appreciate all the fans. I appreciate you in Brazil, so thanks for tuning into our channel and watching our videos. Now, I did mention Streetbeefs in general. Believe it or not, some people don't know what Streetbeefs is or aren't familiar with it. But Streetbeefs was started in 2008 by Chris Wilmore, aka Scarface, in Virginia. He formed Streetbeefs in order to decrease street violence by giving people an alternate way of solving disputes without the need of weapons or on the street where it can escalate. That's how they originally started the whole thing, and they solved countless beefs just in a backyard with a ring, and they no shit save people's lives. So fast forward to current day, Streetbeefs is still there. Streetbeefs is at its biggest point right now, bigger than they've ever been. They've got like 2.5 million subscribers on YouTube. I believe they're for sure the biggest United States backyard fight club, but they're starting to get to where they're the biggest in the world. At least on YouTube. They got a Facebook group with like almost 40,000 members on it. They throw these huge events with upwards of 60 to 80 fights in a day sometimes. They've got multiple branches. I'll tell you the official branches of Streetbeefs right now. You've got Streetbeefs, which is commonly referred to as the OG yard. That's where you're going to see people like Beach, Baby Hulk, Memnon Warrior. I even fought in the main yard, the OG yard. I flew over to Virginia, and I fought there 3 or 4 times now. You got the West Coast branch, which used to operate out of Cali, but they don't do that anymore. Now they operate out of Las Vegas and Arizona. And then you got the newest branch, which is called Dirty South. And I think they're getting ready to do an event because I haven't seen any of their fights yet. So they're an up-and-coming branch that's the newest to the Streetbeefs roster. So we're located in Washington State. That's why we are called Sasquatch's Backyard. It's synonymous with Sasquatch being in Washington State. He's our mascot. We throw fights every single month. Record them, edit them myself, put them on YouTube, and we put our videos separate. We put them on this channel, or on our Streetbeefs Scrapyard channel and the Scrapyard GoPro channel, rather than putting them on the main channel. The main channel's got so many fights they upload anyway, that even the other branch, West Coast, they're even putting stuff on their channel now because of the huge amount of people having fights and at every event on Streetbeefs. So we do collaborate with the other branches. I went with a group of people out to Virginia for the first quote-unquote invasion event. That included me, Buddy V, Doughboy, Anomaly, Viking Warrior. We all went out there and we all did fights. I fought A-Train. I did a sparring kind of exhibition thing with Scarface. Some of the bigger names that you might know out of the Scrapyard are going to be Jay Gotham, Viking Warrior, Gash, Buddy V, Gumby, Scotty Showtime. We got the Terrifier that just started popping up. No Limit's been doing a lot of matches lately. We got Arm & Hammer. You'll recognize, we got a couple videos on the main Streetbeefs channel, just a few. But I know that Gumby versus Gash is on there. And that, what else? Scarecrow versus Nick the Brick is on there. And then also, what's the big one? Oh, Arm & Hammer versus True Grit. So that one's up to over 4 million views on the main channel of Streetbeefs. So you can check out all those. Check out any of those names that I just mentioned and type Streetbeefs next to them. You'll find the videos. Some of our biggest videos are The Preacher's Son versus Jay Gotham. That's like 800, 900,000 views. You got Pookie versus Brickhouse, Gash versus Illuminate the State. And our biggest video is 1.6 million views, and that is El Chapo versus Crazy Hands, which is actually Crazy Legs' brother. So let me see here. I'm stopped now. We got people all over on here. Hi from England. Wow. We got Brazil, England, Sweden. Hey, maybe you guys could help me out. You guys are all my loyal subscribers and viewers. I'm guessing you're subscribed, and that's how you're seeing me post videos, right? Or else you probably wouldn't be on this live. I don't think this live would just show up to people that aren't subscribed, but I might be wrong. If you're not subscribed and you're watching this video, could you please do me a favor, help the channel out, hit that subscribe button, hit like on this video. It really does help us to get into the YouTube algorithm, to get suggested, so that more people see our content. More people see our content, my videos do better. I just tend to put out more videos. So I'm putting videos out every day on this channel. I'm putting out videos almost every day on my Streetbeefs Scrapyard channel. I'm from Washington State. Yes, the bell icon too. Very good idea. I'm from Washington State, United States. I've lived here pretty much my whole life. I mean, so I'm a fighter, guys. I mean, I'm getting older now, but I still, like, I train just about every day. I trained today, I trained yesterday, I trained the day before. I'm getting back into it. I started training back in 2004, and jiu-jitsu really sparked my interest. So that was probably my first martial art that I really fell in love with, that I really gravitated towards to learn. I learned that for a while, and then I did some MMA matches back in 2009, 2010, 2011. It's too far. It's not too far. I'm telling you, people come and fight for us every single month. We got somebody coming out of the country for this event, but I got everybody coming from different states all over the United States. So, I mean, if you really want to fight, you can get out here. I get it if it's in a different country, it's pretty tough to do. But you know what? You're all welcome. And to sign up, you just join Streetbeefs Scrapyard on Facebook. It's got over 20,000 members, and the sign-up post is in there. Plus, we do a lot of all the fighters are in there, so you get to communicate with all the fighters, training videos, lots of exclusive content in there. Anyway, back to my history of being a fighter and being involved in the fight game. So I did MMA for like 3 or 4 years. So I did 4 MMA matches. Oh wow, I don't know where that is actually. My geography skills are apparently not very good. So I did MMA for a while, and then after that I coached wrestling for 5 years, and then at that time I also found a boxing coach and I started boxing. So boxing's mainly what I train now. I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu matches at almost every event of the Streetbeefs Scrapyard, every event we throw. So you'll see me out there, Fire Chicken versus whoever in BJJ. I'm not claiming to be the best grappler out there by any means, but I feel like I do a pretty good job, and I'll go against almost anybody, whatever weight, just about anybody. I mean, so I'm undefeated in grappling in the Scrapyard. My official Streetbeefs boxing record is 3-0, but I also did that match against A-Train, which I guess doesn't count, and the match against Scarface, which I guess don't count. So, you know, I don't really care as far as like my record goes. I don't feel like a record really tells all about everybody. So, I'm not trying to get on my own wall of fame or anything like that. So I'm not trying to get a belt in my own establishment. I think it's kind of tacky to be the branch owner and carrying a belt around. No offense to any branch owners that are doing that. It's just kind of how I feel. Like, I feel like I could set myself up if I wanted to for a title fight, and I could pick my fights if I wanted. And, you know, and I might not get anybody arguing with me because I'm the branch owner. So I don't want to do that conflict of interest thing and do that. I let the other guys that are up and coming or talented, I let them get in there and do the belt matches, you know, Viking Warrior, you know, any of those guys. So, but I got into boxing. I went out to Virginia in 2018. I did 2 boxing matches. I came home, I started Streetbeefs Scrapyard. I've been running it ever since. I did one match in my own yard, just kind of impromptu. I wasn't expecting to do it, but a guy showed up and wanted to fight and said he'd fight me. So that's where I'm at there. And then I went out to Virginia, like I said, this year. It was in June. But that was for the Scrapyard invasion. But speaking of invasions, I got a little bit of information on two different invasions. One of them already happened. And that was the West Coast invasion. The West Coast basically did what we did, but in a larger group and much more epic. They went over to Virginia and they put all their best fighters up against all of Virginia's best fighters, and they had some of the best matches. I'm pretty sure it was the largest event in Streetbeefs history, but they had some of the best matches that you've ever seen in Streetbeefs or anywhere for that fact. Now the next piece of information is the Scrapyard, the next invasion into the Scrapyard. What time is it in Washington? It's 3 something. I don't think it's 4 yet. So it's still daylight out. And it's also the 5th? The 5th too, in case your date's different. So the next piece of information is we got the West Coast group invading the Scrapyard next May. They're going to be coming out to the Scrapyard. They're going to bring their best people, and we're going to put up our best people. And we're going to have the most epic event that we've ever had in the Scrapyard. My most notable events. There's some events that really stick out to me. And the first notable event we ever had was probably our second event. That was where we kind of had stuff put together. We had a lot of people show up. We had more fights. It was more organized. The first one was kind of a trial run. The next biggest event that we had was the January event of this year. Why that was so notable is because it was the first event that we ever had in our brand new hexagon cage that took a massive amount of effort from multiple people to put together. It was also freezing ass cold that day. It was like 35 degrees out, so all the fighters had steam coming off them, and it made for a pretty good effect. I would say that the next biggest event that we had was definitely our 1-year anniversary. Our 1-year anniversary happened in July of 2021, and we just had really good fights that day. And you'll see me, I'll every time you see a video come up of our 1-year anniversary, I do say it in the introduction. Hey, welcome to our 1-year anniversary. It's actually spray painted into the turf on the ground too, that it is our 1-year anniversary. We had our event last month, which was a Halloween based event. The month before that was our September event, which I was actually sick with the 19 thing, and I couldn't attend the event, so I had other people run the event and host the event. So if you ever see somebody else announcing the fights and they say Fire Chicken's out, that's that event. This event coming up, people. This event. Okay, so I got a couple big matches coming in this event. This was going to be on November 20th. And for one, I got a title fight that's going to happen between Scarecrow and Too Explosive. So Doughboy is actually the title holder of 155, but he hasn't been around in a few months, so I basically put the title up for grabs. And Too Explosive, he's been in the Scrapyard. He's only lost one time. He's got a great record, and he has earned a title shot. But you know what else? Somebody else earned a title shot with their outstanding record and highlight reel clips, and that is Scarecrow. So what's interesting about this fight is their diversity. These guys, if you look them up, you type in Streetbeefs Scrapyard on YouTube and then look up their names, you'll find their fights. But Scarecrow's first fight in the Scrapyard, he showed up in August or September last year, and he basically wanted to fight a guy that was 30 pounds heavier than him. And I mean, the guy was training, he was ready to fight, and then Scarecrow stepped in there, and I think it was a left hook knockout. Like, it's in all of our intros to our videos, or most of them. In the Vince Natty one, he's in that video for sure. So he did that. He fought Yongshi, where he displayed a lot of really flashy, well put together kicks, hook kicks, roundhouse kicks, question mark kicks, lots of pretty flashy stuff that landed. And I also think that Scarecrow's got a little bit of jiu-jitsu. I don't know how deep his jiu-jitsu game is, but I do remember, at least I think I do, I think I remember hearing that he does have a jiu-jitsu game. Then you got Too Explosive. So, Too Explosive comes onto the scene, and I don't remember who he fought for his very first fight. I don't know if it was Scotty Showtime. Too Explosive is a dominant wrestler. He's got some really good takedowns, and he likes to slam people. So, somebody said, after watching his first fight, like, oh yeah, great, you know, you can wrestle, but you don't got no boxing. So his next fight, he did a boxing match just to prove the haters wrong, and he won his boxing match. So he can box and he can wrestle. Then put that up against Scarecrow, who's got kickboxing and jiu-jitsu. That's going to be an interesting match. So that's one of the fights I'm looking forward to, but one I'm also looking at that's going to be crazy. And I never would have expected a fight like this to happen, but it's going to happen. And that's the Viking. Okay, sorry, I got in that area there. So anyway, back where I was, you got Scotty Showtime. How do I explain Scotty Showtime? Think of it as this powerful wrestler, but it looks like he's got quite a bit of wrestling, high school wrestling, maybe youth wrestling, and he just loves to pick people up off the ground and slam them down as hard as he can and punch them in the face. He's strong, athletic, young, and he's going to go against Viking Warrior, who's a boxer, but Viking Warrior's got some MMA too. So this ain't going to be Viking Warrior's first MMA match. And how this match happened was somebody said something to somebody else at the fight, and they got into it big time. I had to step in, break it up, pull both of them to the side individually, say, we're not going to do this right now. If you guys have a beef, you guys need to squash that beef here in the yard and then be cool afterwards. They agreed that was the best way to do it. Now, we would have done it right then and there, but Scotty Showtime actually broke his hand on his last fight when he fought Ant, which, by the way, Ant wants a rematch. And which, by the way, Too Explosive wants a rematch. Everybody wants to fight Scotty. So, hey, if you're watching, hit the thumbs up on this video, please. I see that you guys are doing a good job with that. It does help YouTube suggest my video to people that haven't seen my channel yet. So those are the big ones that are happening on this November event. We do got some fights scheduled for We got some fights scheduled for December also. That's going to be December 11th. I'm trying to have an earlier event for December so that we can not conflict with the holidays. So we got a heavyweight MMA title fight between the Terrifier and Morningstar happening on December 11th. I'm also hearing that Fair Play, all the way from the Virginia branch, will be attending. If he does, I've got a few potential fighters that I would like to put Fair Play up against. Some people that come to mind are Jay Gotham, the Preacher's Son, Viking Warrior. Actually, he already fought Viking Warrior. I want to do a grappling match with him personally. By the way, shout out. So we met him in Virginia when we did our invasion. So Fair Play has got to be one of the most respectful, nicest people I've ever met. I mean, it was a short, I didn't get a chance to really get to know him that well, but I mean, super respectful, super humble. And for me, a fighter that is humble really sticks out. Because we already know that you're willing to get in the ring and fight. There's no need to have an ego or anything like that. I get confidence, but a lot of fighters do have egos, and to see somebody that is just so humble, I mean, it is really great to see. How do I fight in the Scrapyard? Go to Streetbeefs Scrapyard on Facebook, 20,000 subscribers, join the group, and then look for the event section. If for some reason you don't have a Facebook, which some people don't, you can email me at scrapyardfighting@gmail.com. You got to kind of keep up on me on that one though, because if you're wanting to fight and contact me through email, I don't really check it as often as the Facebook group. So I mean, if I see that I have an email or something, if I get a notification, but if I miss it, you know what I mean? So it's just a little bit harder to get on in that sense. What are you going to need to fight? Man, just be upfront about your experience. Tell me what level you are, 1 to 5. You can kind of figure that out on your own. A 1 is you've never fought before. Maybe you've had some street fights, but you don't really got any gym training, or very, very limited. Maybe you did high school wrestling, or you did karate when you were a kid, or whatever. That's going to be more like a 1. Now a 5 is a, let me point this out, professional fighters cannot fight in the Scrapyard in the respective sport that they are a professional in. Meaning, if you are a pro MMA fighter, you cannot fight. You cannot fight pro MMA in the Scrapyard. I'm sorry, but I don't want to get in any trouble from any of the groups that sanction that stuff. So you sign up, you put your level. 5 is at that level. You're at a pro level, but maybe not quite pro. If you're currently 12-0 in MMA, 38. I thought you said 3. If you're 12-0 in MMA and you're an amateur, then you're going to be a 5 in the Scrapyard for sure. And you're going to most likely get our toughest opponents. Unless you want to. Now, if you were a pro fighter in MMA and you're 12-0 in MMA, but you want to box and you're not a pro boxer, you could come out and do a boxing match. But I might not put you at a 5 as a boxer. I might put you. Well, let's see here. You could come out and do kickboxing. You could come out and do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But it sounds like you need to get picked up by a big agency. And if you get into the scrapyard, you might be able to get a little bit more publicity. That's one thing that you do get out of fighting in the scrapyard, is you get noticed. Some professional agencies aren't going to like you fighting in the scrapyard, even if it's a different art, like kickboxing. Ooh, nice car. Anyway, I was distracted. So, listen, my other channel, my main channel, Streetbeefs Scrapyard. Please look it up, because I want to communicate with you, the audience, on a more regular basis, and I do live chat sessions on Streetbeefs Scrapyard almost every weekend. So if that's of interest to you, head on over to Streetbeefs Scrapyard, hit that subscribe button, and you'll get to see all the fights uploaded to that channel, as well as joining in the live chat sessions on the weekend where you can ask me questions, and I'll actually respond to them, because I can't really, I'm driving right now, and I'm only really reading your guys' stuff at stoplights. So I do think I might have one tomorrow night, a live chat session. Streetbeefs Scrapyard. 57,000 subscribers. It's easy to find. Look it up right now, talking to me. Hit that subscribe button. I put out a brand new fight yesterday. I put a throwback fight up today. I think I put a new fight out the day before. So I do a lot on that channel. I do community posts. I do polls. I do sometimes giveaways. I do live chat sessions, interviews, that kind of stuff. So it's been a really good chat with you guys, and I honestly wasn't expecting to get as many viewers on here as I have. Beach is in the main yard. Okay, so you must just be joining us in this chat, but we're the Scrapyard. We are Streetbeefs Scrapyard, so we are an official, that's really important to say, official branch of Streetbeefs, because there's only 4 official branches of Streetbeefs. We are the Washington State, Sasquatch's backyard, home of Jay Gotham, Viking Warrior, Arm & Hammer, Gash, Gumby, all of them. And Beach, we actually had one of our guys fight Beach when we went to the OG yard and invaded it. And that was Doughboy versus Beach. You can look that up. But Beach is over in Virginia. We would love to have Beach come out. So if that ever happens, you'll see Beach fight in the scrapyard. Shinigami, you're probably familiar with him. He fought in the scrapyard, I think, 2 months ago. Dirty Devil, also an OG branch fighter. He fought in our yard probably 4 months ago. Demigod, he's fought in our yard 2 or 3 times. The Canadian, he's an OG branch, West Coast. He's fought in every branch. Actually, has he fought in West Coast? I don't know. But he's fought in pretty much every branch. And he's fought in the scrapyard 2. Actually, he just did a title fight for 205 boxing against Real Lion. You have to watch that fight. At the time, well, I'm not even going to say because I'll ruin it, but it's just a really good fight. So you got to hit the subscribe button on our Streetbeefs Scrapyard channel and on this channel. You're probably most likely already subscribed on here because YouTube suggested a video to you, and you might have hit the subscribe button then. But as I said, I do these chats once a week on that main channel. Lots and lots of videos. I got over 400 videos on that other channel. But Streetbeefs Scrapyard Facebook group is also our hub. We do have an Instagram, which I basically use just to post pictures and maybe some fights and stuff every once in a while. Or not fights, but oh yeah, I guess I do. I do post fights on there every once in a while. Pretty much just still pictures that I edit and stuff. I love to video and picture edit, so you'll see some of that out of me. But hit that thumbs up on this video if you like this. I'm really happy that this channel is blowing up like it is. As I mentioned in the very beginning of the video, 6 weeks ago, this channel had like 300 subscribers. We've blown up to almost 4,000 subscribers in 6 weeks. The channel got monetized, and now I got a real audience that I can communicate with, that I can tell them how to go about, tell you guys how to go about getting on the, you know what, I'm going to answer your questions here in a minute because I'm almost home, but I got a real audience that I can communicate with and set up fights with and do all that, and also get your guys' input. Because one thing about the Scrapyard, from the very beginning, I've always wanted to keep an open ear to my audience. So anytime you guys see something you don't like, I can explain it. I try to pin comments and videos and explain stuff, but you know what, sometimes stuff just gets by. So you know, I try to do that. Also, if there's something that you would like to suggest as far as a way that we can improve the Scrapyard, to an extent, you know, like I'm open ears to that too. Complaints, you know, as long as they're respectful complaints, I don't mind. I don't mind that. I don't really put up with a lot of bullshit. Like if someone comes on here trolling, I don't put up with it. I got too many people that I got to talk with back and forth, and I would rather just my audience respect me, you know, and that. So let me look at some of your guys' questions. Okay, what's up? Let's see. From Northern Hampshire, England. Wow, all the way from England. Brazil, Sweden. I don't even know where that is. Martarius? I'm bad. Sarah, welcome to the channel. I hope you make it over to Streetbeefs Scrapyard and subscribe, because I love having people from different countries in the chats and the groups. Michael Taylor, thank you so much for subscribing. Indian Ocean, wow, I gotta look this up. I really do. Mr. Tibbs. Is that Mr. Tibbs from Aberdeen? I think it is. Man, I've known you since the gym days of lifting weights. Let's see. Brawler and Grappler is what I did in the past, getting a little too old for it. You'd be surprised. We got a guy in our Streetbeefs Scrapyard that's 61 years old that still fights. Kenpo. Oh yeah, he is Kenpo. He's a Kenpo black belt. Shinigami versus Nerd Rage. You're welcome to look him up. It's a great legacy that guy has. You know, he's such an interesting character. Oh, you're 45? Yeah, we got guys a lot older than that. I'm not quite there yet, but I'm getting there. I still try to stay in pretty good shape, work out every day, eat good, all that stuff. But look, I really, really appreciate all of your comments and being part of this chat. Again, Streetbeefs Scrapyard, just YouTube it, find it, subscribe to it, bell icon, all that mess. And you can join in on these Streetbeefs Scrapyard live sessions that I throw once a week. And I want to do a giveaway coming up for something. I don't know what. It might be a t-shirt. T-shirt, probably most likely a t-shirt. I've done boxing gloves in the past, but get in there. I restrict my chat sessions to only people that are subscribed to that channel. So in order to comment, just comment. You can watch them, but in order to comment, you have to be subscribed to the channel. So another reason, free stuff, good videos, one-on-one chat. Well, I can't say one-on-one. Live chat sessions. It's all there, people. And I look forward to you guys following me through this journey of backyard fights that's been fun so far, over a year now. So, with that said, Fire Chicken